Hello everybody, I just finished the front of my case. Would like to give you some pointers. There was a couple mistakes I did. I just would like to show you a couple problems that I encountered as well. So just a few words about that. First thing that I personally overlook when I use this camo panel, that I want to use like my main I/O panel. I have power button, I have audio in, microphone, all the stuff, even hot swap hard drive, but it doesn't have single USB port. And obviously, how you can use computer without USB port? You can't plug in your phone, your camera, anything. So what happened? I had to use another piece of hardware, another camo panel, which has two hot swappable drives right there. But the main thing that has two ports for USB, so at least I have something in front of the case, otherwise it's simply unusable. So that's add me additional component. Next thing that I'm totally overlook, I don't know how, that you also need optical drives, right? So I completely was forgetting about that, trying to see if I can put bay reservoir, and otherwise thinking how I fill so many slots in front of the case. But after realizing that I actually need a CD-ROMs or DVD drive, everything became too short rather than too much. And this time I also would like to have two optical drives, because in my past years all my computers has a single DVD-ROM, and sometimes you need two, or you need something to keep constantly, like some software, something like this, inside of computer, and it's big annoyance to change optical drives all the time. So now I have two. I also space them as much as I could, because usually when you have two one after another, sometimes it's tricky to operate them. So I space them as much as I could, so I can put my hand without any problems. And basically after I did that, all I had is just one slot to fill, and I just use a camo cabinet piece that, you know, can put some cables, whatever little stuff here, and I fill the port. So that's fully loaded. I have a camo panel, two optical drives, and this cabinet thingy. Here, not much changes. I have my main I/O panel, two controllers that I keep using, and this dummy panel is actually, I have two hard drives behind it, because I can't put hard drives on the place that dedicate in this case, because of the noise characteristics, and we will talk about this later. And basically I have to put hard drives here, which is silenced. Another point that I would like to mention, this is the original cover that you can buy for the case, and when I try to fit it, first of all, this part is too long, and it interfered with my hardware mounting. But what was the main problem, I didn't use it at all, is that it's very wide and actually stick very tightly in when you assemble it. And with the fact that I have one layer of film on the front panel itself and another layer of film potentially on this, I simply can't fix it. So it was just too tight and too wide. So I have to dig out in my really old computer, find some plastic bezel from it, like Pentium 2, something like this, and I applied film and just put it here, and it fit really nicely, and it doesn't screw to anything. It just basically it's tight and no tension, but you can see it fits pretty good. So moving along, I also did some decisions on my fans. You can see that I still have here there's a gentle Typhoon, and here I have my Triebwerk, and I painted them. And I would like to mention that I have a feeling with this particular build I get more from you guys than possibly I give you back, because a lot of good advice is coming from you, from the comments, and it's already second big thing I'm using, and it works really well. So bunch of you said try to paint. If you don't like looks of the fans but you kind of leaning to performance of Triebwerk, why not to paint? So I waited until weather improved, and actually I did that. So as you can see, there's a Triebwerk that I painted up. I primed it first with a gray primer. After that I applied one coat of black matte, and after that I sprayed a little bit with brown paint, just to break darkness a little bit, and finally I clear coated it. One thing that I can tell you for sure, clear coat is simply must here. Why? Because although fan became a little bit more shiny, but matte finish is just a magnet for dust and you can't get rid of it. So if you want in the future potentially blow dust away with a compressed air or anything like this, you have to put some sort of clear coat so dust wouldn't stuck to the fan. So that's important. And the same thing I basically did for the shroud, and as you can see, the result is you can't see fans anymore. You can see some green glow from cold cathode, but other than that, and it's look really cool. And performance characteristics definitely better than with a gentle Typhoon. I tested it specifically, and I'll show you that in the end of the video. Couple more items that I wanted to address, and let me try to turn the table for you here. Okay. So here, what I used for the hard drive is TFC silent arrow device, which is has its own problems too. So basically, this is what you have here. You adjust hard drive mount for 525 type of bay. And it's done with rubber, those rubber thingies that basically you have only rubber connection between side of the bay and the hard drive assembly, those brackets, and vibration will be dumped with this device. So it's critical for me because I'm building silent build, and obviously trying to put hard drives in the area which is suggested by XSPC itself. You can see this is a kind of bracket here that you're supposed to use for the hard drive. I'm pretty sure if I put it there, the entire assembly, this plus motherboard tray, will resonate like crazy. It will be totally loud construction, so it's no point to use it whatsoever. So if you use SSDs, it's fine because they don't move, but hard drives, no. And I have to have a big hard drive there because I actually will using this computer for producing videos, and you know, high definition stuff is a lot of, takes a lot of space, so I have to put a couple 2 terabyte drives there and, you know, use them for that purpose. Another problem that I encountered before I show you some tests for the noise levels is when you trying to mount Triebwerk with a TFC provided shroud, the screw, the other way around, the screw is like half in the middle of the fan, so you basically need to imagine some sort of spacing that you put before you fix this screw with a nut. And also I had to use something that I would never thought I will have to use. This is a Triebwerk kit for making sandwich kits, when you can connect 2 hard drives with like together, sandwich them out. So basically I have to remove existing Triebwerk rubber pieces from there and put this piece of insert in the corner of the drive. Then I actually can put this mounting through properly and fix it with. So as you can see, it works fine. Definitely give me good air comparing with Gentle Typhoon. Gentle Typhoon, I can't even feel almost anything. It barely moves anything at slow speed. This one is, you definitely see a lot of more air going through. And the last piece I also modified is I painted screws as well, just to make sure that, because original screws is silver, and obviously they wouldn't look nice on the front of the case. So the same procedure as for the Triebwerks, just painted it exactly the same way. So that's what's happening. I will finish assembly, and then my next phase is actually start thinking how I put radiators and other water cooling stuff. With big fans it might be tricky because case is big, but still could be some space constraints, and I'm really looking forward to figure out what I can and what I cannot do. And at the end you can check out the little piece I did last night, and really like quiet environment, and I measured noise levels for both fans. Hey guys, I would like to make a small noise test for my setup. I have a Triebwerk installed in this slot and the Gentle Typhoon installed in the second slot, and I have both set for about 750, 720 and 750 RPMs, as this is channel 6 and channel 5, the same thing. So approximately more or less the same speed, so both is flicking between two numbers. So here's my measuring device. So let's check Gentle Typhoon first. So close to 44. And close to 44 too. So noise level is pretty much the same, but because the significant difference in amount of air moving, as 55mm fan is twice as big comparing with a 25mm fan, I guess my best bet would be stick to Triebwerk for the silence purposes.